Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the BustyBuffalo podcast. I hope you enjoyed this one. Okay, today's going to be a great day for content. All right, I did a podcast / Q&A with my lady, and yeah, pretty good. It was honestly pretty fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. If you don't, suck my ass. All right, so this is a very special, I guess Q&A / podcast. This is my first guest. I've had guests before, but I mean, this is our little thing that we're doing here, me and my lady. So I'm laying on the bed, as you can tell, as I should, after working all these days in the coal mine. It's been rough. It's been tough. It's been really getting to me, and the sucks and fuck ratio has been really low recently. I got to get that number back up there, but I'm going to set this up right here, okay? And my lady's over here, just hanging out. All right. Just want to ask, how's your day going so far, babe?
It's been good. I woke up at 5 a.m., so
Okay.
that was absolutely horrific. And then just, went to work, came home, hung out,
Did you bring that dump truck with you when you went?
Absolutely, goes with me everywhere. Come on.
Does anybody ever, kind of walk by you at work, just stare at your dump trunk?
Probably. I don't know, though. I don't really, pay attention, to be honest with you.
Is it dump truck or dump trunk?
Dump truck.
Dump truck.
Yeah.
I've been saying dump trunk because...
That's hilarious.
It's because...
Honestly, I could be totally wrong, but from what I know, it's dump truck.
Well, I was saying dump trunk because I think of, the back of a car.
So funny.
Because I think of the...
I have this, after death.
What?
Can you cut this?
No, I'm keeping this. This is the best part. This is the best part of the video so far.
Christ, dude.
Okay, are you look? You got to see how I'm laying down here. Look at my feet. All right, so
Oh my god.
real quick, just so we're going back onto the topic of the trunk that you have. I refer to it as a trunk because it's the back of a car. You got a crazy trunk going on, you know what I mean? So it's it's like you're hiding a dead body back there. You already got the trunk, but now it's filled with, it's like you're harboring illegal aliens or something back there. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I still think it's dump truck. Because it's an actual thing. I'm pretty sure a dump truck.
Yeah, but I like dump trunk. You know what I mean? Because
Dude,
you
you
got
can
that.
call whatever you want. It has the same meaning.
All right, fair enough. Well, does anybody at your job just ever walk by and you can tell if they're staring at that thing?
No, dude, it's too early. I can't even think of anything remotely sexual that early in the morning.
Well, I know you're not thinking something sexual, but I'm saying, do you see anybody around you, your coworkers or anybody like that?
I'll
Do I
be
gotta
honest,
worry about anybody?
No, I just don't think I'm that hot. You know what I mean?
Don't say that.
No, but it's I'm not that person you just initially are oh my god, wow, you know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is, man. It's totally fine, but it's I just don't think that's the first thing people will think when they look at me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's the first thing I think of when I look at you.
Well, yeah, of course, because you're my boyfriend.
I'm like, God damn, look at that fucking dump trunk. You know what I mean? That shit's crazy.
I don't think I can take you seriously saying dump truck anymore.
Well, either way, this is the introduction to something brand new for me and my lady. So this is, I don't know. This is our first Q&A. That was the first question of the day, I'm assuming. So no one at your job is looking at your dump truck, right?
From what I know, currently, no one is looking at my dump trunk.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'll I'll have a GoPro in my back pocket, and I'll catch people, and I'll let you know who's
All right.
looking at me.
That's very nice of you.
So yeah.
Well, tell us about your job. At least give a brief description of what you do.
I am a produce girl.
Hot.
Yeah, pretty fucking hot. Yeah, I just literally wake up at like 5 a.m. My shift starts at like 6, and I stack produce and I like cut produce and stuff like that and like put it out. And then like by the time customers like come in at like 10 or 11 or something like that, depends on how long my shift is, I'll just like leave. I don't really like see customers a lot, which is really nice because all of my jobs were like customer service, like being a barista or working wherever else. So it's really nice to like not have to talk to people at work.
Well, you know, I'm glad you're not being harassed or anything by construction workers anymore.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, construction workers would come in and just hit on my girlfriend all the fucking time because, you know, they like a little dump. You know what I mean? And then they need.
No, they're just not picky. They're just not fucking picky.
Don't say that.
It's true. Like, dude, construction workers will fuck anything. Like, it really is true. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even say I'm wrong on that. It's just honest truth.
If I was a construction worker, I'd fuck anything because, you know, my life is probably hard.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm a construction worker.
Yeah, exactly.
I am the construction worker.
Anyways, next question.
Okay, all right. So we have a bunch of curated questions from Instagram. It's just my followers, her followers. First, we're going to do her friends, ladies first. It's just only right. So I'm going to hit you with the first few questions here.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, all right. Fadila asks.
Okay, well, don't put the name. Just.
I mean, does it really matter?
I don't know if they like, you know.
Fine. Your first white friend asks you.
Okay.
Oh, the topic. Okay, so this is like a topic that they wanted us to talk about.
Okay.
Getting over long distance. What does that mean?
I'm assuming it's like, fuck, I don't know necessarily how she meant it. Is it maybe like how it was for us?
Try to speak into the mic, by the way.
Like, I don't know if she means how it was for us getting over it or like dealing with it. Is that maybe? I don't know. We can talk about both.
All right, getting over long distance, meaning I'm assuming she's talking about how is it that now that we're done with long distance, like getting over it.
Oh, okay.
Like going through it and finally being done with it. I think that's what she meant, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
You
like,
can start if you want.
All right, well, I fucking hated long distancing because
Distancing.
this long distancing, long distance probably is the toughest thing I ever had to do in my life. Not because of like, oh my god, I can't hang around with no other girls. That wasn't like the case. It's either like I was tired of hoeing around. I was at that age where I was like, I really want to find someone who's really cool and genuine. But you exceeded my expectations like by like 500%. So I was like, oh, if I'm gonna be with a girl this amazing, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to put in the faith and loyalty, you know. And in the past, I have never been disloyal. Any girl I ever dated in the past, I was always a loyal motherfucker to. That's just how I am. That's how I was raised, you know. Mm-hmm. But putting that time in wasn't like, oh my god, I can't believe I have to do this. Like I can't help myself. I have to go out and fuck any bitch I can. Like, no, it was kind of like, all right, well, the long haul is going to be hard because I was still in school. I was still a junior in college, trying to finish up, my college years. And I was talking to you, and I know you were still in college. You just started college, I think, or it's like into your like
second year.
Yeah, into your second year.
Yeah, no, I was like ending maybe my first year of college.
I think it was something like that. Or it was ending like your first year.
No, I was starting my second year because we met.
Because it was your summer break, and then you went in. Okay. So you were still in college, I was still in college. So we're constantly, daily, being seen by other people, you know? Maybe conversating with the other sex as well. So this is also a challenge. Because then some girls would come up to me, and they would be flirtatious. And I have to be essentially just not attracted to them in that situation. I had to just act like they were a guy. I had to act like they were just another bro. But it was obvious some girls would just be really flirty. You know, you're just like... That's not the challenge, though. It was more like this is not going to be the last, like, it's not going to be the last time where I'm going to be tested, essentially. It was a test every day, like, all the time,
Yeah.
and it wasn't a hard test. It wasn't like, oh my God, I can't help myself, I got to flirt back. It was kind of just like, this girl's like flirting with me, but it wasn't like that you weren't on my mind. It was literally like, you're on my mind all the time. So talking to other girls was just like, ew, kind of, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
I literally just felt like, oh, this is another test. The universe is testing me. So that's like how I kind of looked at it a little bit. So
Yeah.
how did you get over, finally getting over long distance? Like, what were your struggles?
Well, mine was mostly like I'm the type of person that's like, I like contact, you know what I mean? And not like, kissing and stuff like that. I just like being able to like get a hug from you if I'm having like a shitty day, and like just not even being able to do like small stuff like that was like really hard.
Yeah.
And like obviously like you not being able to be there in person for good and bad moments was like really hard. And like, just like if I was like having like family shit or something, like my parents were being assholes or something like that, and my brother's not around or something, there's literally like no one to talk to, because I don't burden my friends with that shit, you know what I mean? Like they couldn't give a fuck of like my family issues, you know what I mean? So it was just stuff like that where like, you were like the only person who like truly like understood me and like knew me better than anyone, and yet like you were just never around, besides like when we would like have to go see each other like on trips and stuff like that. And that was also really tough because like we both had to keep jobs throughout all of that, and like it's extremely hard to get like time off of work to go see each other.
Yeah.
So like I can't even like imagine from like when we started dating how many jobs like we juggled back and forth, you know what I mean, just to like be able to like keep seeing each other.
Oh yeah, I still remember working at the motel.
Yeah.
I was working front desk, and my Indian boss was so damn strict about me taking time off.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you have to tell me like months in advance, man, because like you can't tell me like 2 weeks before, because I gotta get like one of my family. I'm like, bro, you got like 7,000 cousins. Just fucking ask one of them to cover my shifts. It's not that hard, You just pick up the fucking phone, schedule people. Plus, it's like you're the boss. How about you just fucking just do the job if I'm not there? Like,
Yeah.
you think just because you own a business now, you can freely go and do whatever you want, and just expect your fucking workers to do every single job?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you own a business. Tend to the fucking business. There's so many times where that was a problem. Having to save up enough money for a round trip. I mean, I'll be honest with you, a fucking ticket, just a ticket to get to Seattle from Harrisburg round trip was between $300 to $400 each time. And telling that to my friends, they're like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I mean, those are like cheaper tickets though. Like I remember one time I paid $800 like round trip just to go see you, but it was like obviously during like a really like high season, for like tickets. But yeah, that was really shitty also, having to spend like so much money. Obviously it was worth it, but it, when you're in college already like fucking broke, and then every single like cent you make goes towards seeing each other is like, it's a lot of like commitment, and like, but even putting in that time, like I hate flying, I know you hate flying, so like even having to do that was like, dude, this is like so shitty that I have to go through like all of this just to see you, but either way, it's it was fine, like we got over it. So I just like, sometimes I felt like, dude, this is never fucking ending, like this is never ending. It's taking so long. But I remember like a few months ago I was like, dude, I hope he moves here, like I hope he lives with me at some point, because like I just can't keep doing this, it's so hard. Like obviously I would have put up with it for as long as I had to, but it was getting to the point where I was like, I feel like, even my friends, like sometimes I would stay in Pennsylvania a month, like when the pandemic started, like I wasn't working, like my parents were kind of worried about my safety, so they were like, hey, just take some time off, like go visit Edo, school's online, So like it's like also I had to disappear from my friends and like anyone, you know, who wanted to hang out with me for like a month, sometimes a month and a half. And then when I come back home, I have to like catch up on like a bunch of schoolwork, or I have to catch up on a bunch of family shit and help my parents around. So it was just like I sacrificed a lot of things. Like and like I'm so thankful to have like such understanding friends that are like, dude, go do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, because they know at the end of the day, like, if they were in my situation, they'd choose their boyfriends over me. And that's fine. I understand that. It's like, you know, it's adulthood. But, you know, so that was like also really hard. But yeah, getting over a long distance was, it was tough. Probably one of the hardest things I've had to do also. But I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, I'm glad it's over as well, man. I mean, also having to fucking FaceTime, like practically. I mean, I reserved every night just to like FaceTime you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the fucking hard part, you know. It's just
no, it was tough working your social schedule around that. Like
yeah.
I would literally, and the thing is that like my friends also knew about that. Like we would hang out and then I would leave at like 10 o'clock because we were that 3-hour difference, you know. So I was like, okay, by the time I come home, he'll be like off of playing COD with his friends or something, you know, and then we can FaceTime. So I left many like events, like parties, hangouts, like obviously pre-COVID, but like I left like many times super early just to like be able to talk to you. But that was like worth it to me, you know what I mean? Like if anything, I'd rather hang out with you. So, but yeah, it was like I think I definitely pissed off my friends numerous amounts of times, just being like, hey, I'm gonna head out. You know, I'd make up some excuse, but they knew I was just gonna go home and FaceTime you. So
bros before hoes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
Well, so the long distance, yeah, it was. I don't know. It was just straight cancer. I mean, it was destroying me like daily, and also coming home from work, just not having you there. It's probably like one of the worst feelings as well.
Yeah.
Plus, well, after a while, you kind of just get tired of wanking. You know, you're just so sad and depressed that you're not there. You know.
Cannot relate, but you know.
Okay, well, either way, you know what I mean. So I think it's best for us to go into the next question.
Okay.
All right. So thank you, first white friend, for the question. It's a good question. M Drizzle says, shoes, laces, or Velcro?
Dude, that's a hard one, honestly, because, like, you know, I would definitely wear Velcro shoes if they, like, looked good, but they fucking don't. Like,
you don't think Velcro shoes look good?
No. I mean, it depends. Like, on the shoe, I've just never seen a Velcro shoe that didn't have, like, fucking Ninja Turtles on them that, like, you know, would, like, light up whenever you, like, stomp on them. You know what I mean?
You don't think, like, Dad New Balances with the Velcros are fresh?
No, not really.
You don't think those are fresh?
I mean, I don't know. It's just
what if you saw me wearing one of those bad boys?
Then I'm sure you'd fucking rock them. But I wouldn't prefer it. You know what I mean? I do fucking hate laces, though, because I have these, you know those Nikes you bought me? Literally get untied every, like, 5 minutes. I have to, like, triple knot it at work for them to, like, just not untie.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's more the look, you know?
If there were Skechers light-ups, like, in your size, would you get them?
No.
You don't want to get those?
Fuck no.
If they had a size 13 Skechers light-ups,
I'm wearing a size 13?
I'm saying for me.
I know you would get... You have fucking Heelys, dude. Well, you sold them, but, like, you bought them.
You can't... It takes a while to get used to Heelys. I was trying to... You also have to have, like, real soft pavement, and I don't have, like, a nice paved fucking, you know, road or, like, a sidewalk. I don't live in a nice neighborhood where the fucking... Where my driveway is, like, a fucking, you know... It's almost like a red carpet to your house.
Yeah.
Mine was just, like, straight black gravel. Like, I can't... My Heelys is destroyed after like 2 days. It's hard to get used to.
Yeah.
But if they had size 13s, Skechers light ups with the fucking lights every time you walk, if they made sounds too, you know the ones that make sounds?
Dude, I would not fucking go anywhere with you if you wore those out, to be quite honest.
Gotta check that out on Amazon. But yeah.
I said the same thing with Heelys, and I stand by my word. Don't fucking embarrass me, Edvin. Alright?
Well, I think Velcro shoes would be crazy because they're super convenient. If you're in the rush, you can just put them on.
You know what you should have Velcro shoes for? For, like, an emergency pack, you know?
Oh.
Like, I had this one teacher, and he, like, taught us about fucking what's the word called for like rocks?
Minerals?
No, like like fuck, is it like geology or something like that? I don't know.
Mineralogy?
That's not even a fucking thing, dude. Anyways, he taught us about like volcanoes and rocks and all that shit, and like he was like, yeah, I always have a pair of shoes by my bed in an emergency kit. You never know when disasters are gonna strike.
You never know when a volcano is gonna erupt?
Or like a fucking earthquake, you know? He's like, yeah, you have to get up and run. Like, what are you gonna do when you have to tie your shoes and do all that?
Isn't there a volcano near you guys? Near here? Isn't there a volcano?
What the fuck are you talking about?
Isn't like Mount Rainier? Isn't that shit like an
That's
old...
not like a volcano. I don't know. I don't think that's like
know?
even a thing at this point. Like
Is Mount Rainier...
It's a mountain.
Alright, but hold on, let me see.
Dude, look it up. Honestly, people are gonna fucking come for me because like I don't even know enough about like Washington's history to like...
Let me see real quick. No, it's not.
It's not a volcano?
No.
No, I fucking knew
Yeah,
it.
Mount Rainier is not, but Mount St. Helens is.
Oh!
Mount St. Helens is fucking a volcano, and
Yeah.
it's pretty goddamn close. That's the volcano I always pass by when I would fly here.
Yeah.
Flying from Pennsylvania and flying to Washington, every time it would be on my left side. Because he'd fly on the same flight paths, like, every time I'd come here. And you would see it at literally at the same height level as your eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I just think it, like, you know, it's not... I don't know how to say it, like...
It's not, like, active.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, to be honest. Like, I'm not totally sure, but
Okay.
that's not, like, in the back of my head, like, oh, fuck, like, Mount St. Helens is gonna explode again one day. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's gonna be in my lifetime.
Yeah.
But who the fuck knows? Like, I'm not a scientist. I don't know shit. Like, I barely passed that class anyways, so...
Okay. Well, diverted off of Velcro and laces.
But yeah, you know, for an emergency, Velcro shoes are, like, a yes. But besides that, fashion-wise, I can't see myself wearing them.
Okay, all right.
So...
Just to let you know, we're coming up on the 20-minute mark here. It's 22 minutes, 23 minutes, essentially. Okay. Killing time. Having some fun here. Okay, next question. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Next question. So, a lot of people are saying, hey, can you please tell the story on how you guys met through Instagram? It's a great story. Not really, but...
I mean, short...
Do you want me to tell it?
Yeah, why don't you go tell it?
Shorter version, okay? Dzenita hit me up while I was talking to a girl, and this was like 2.5 years ago. More than 2.5 years ago. Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
We're coming up that 3-year mark. She hit me up in like spring, and I was talking to a girl, and as you can tell, I'm a very loyal guy. So, if a girl hits me up, and I'm talking to a girl already, obviously not going to be flirtatious. But at the time, I was slowly realizing, you know, that girl that I was dating wasn't really that much. And for some reason, Dzenita was always on my mind. I would always see her pop up on my timeline. And then I found her on Twitter as well. So then I was also creeping on her on Twitter, looking at her pictures and shit.
I actually didn't know you were, like, creeping on me on
Twitter. Oh, yeah. And I was just looking. Because dude, life is so fucking weird. Like, the internet is great. When people say, like, when you find someone on the internet, it's like, oh, it's so easy. Yeah, but sometimes, like, shit slaps you in the face. You're like, why is this being thrown at me? I'm on Twitter, and people, you know how it tells you people, like, suggested to follow? But you're there. Literally, like, days after, like, we're talking on Instagram. Like, days after, I'm seeing you, like, on my Twitter, too. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's see what her fucking site on Twitter is. But majority of your pictures that you posted on Instagram were kind of already on Twitter, but yeah. I was just looking at what you were tweeting. And you were pretty funny. So I was just like, I was also just being a little creepy and, like, just, you know, kind of stalking you a little bit.
Okay.
But eventually, it wasn't until summer, and I kind of I was like, fuck it, man. I'm just going to see if I can keep just flirting with this girl. And I started out flirting with her a little bit, and eventually things led to another. You gave me your Snapchat, but...
Not for a while, though.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, no, this is not going to be another situation where...
I'm never the guy to really kind of just, like, be like, hey, send me nudes. Back in the day, I was a horny little boy in, like, high school, and, like, that's all I fucking cared for. But eventually I realized girls just don't like that. You kind of, obviously, girls just don't like being, show me your tits. Show me your tits. Like, that's disrespectful, you know? You learn that. So... I was never really that sexual towards Dzenita. I never wanted to ask her for any pictures because I looked at her differently. I thought she was cool as fuck to talk to, sexy as hell, funny. And I'm like, all right, all these things are adding up. I'm like, this girl is something other than just me Snapchatting her for fun. I wanted to get to know her. I wanted to invest time into her.
But I will say that, you know, you were putting in work, like, for a few days, like, messaging me on Instagram, you know, like, but then he kind of went a little, like, ghostish. Like, I was like, you know, I gave him my Snapchat, and I was like, okay, we talked on there for a little bit, and all of a sudden, this guy is replying to me, like, twice a day. And that's a no-go for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm not really like an annoying type of gal where like I expect attention on me like 24/7, but
Kinda.
well, yeah, after we like start dating, of course, but like, you know, when I'm first talking to a guy, I don't like, you know, I have my own life.
Okay.
You know, if I'm talking to a guy, well, this wasn't really the situation with you, but if I'm talking to a guy, most likely I'm talking to a few others. So like that's why I was like, okay, like why the fuck is this guy replying to me twice a day? I wasn't talking to anyone else. Kind of ghosted everyone else a little bit.
Hold on. You told me that you were talking to other guys, which is like, I couldn't care less. But, hold on. But you were waiting for me to reply. You were only like excited when I would like hit you up or when I would message you. You would only be looking forward to talking to me.
That was like when we were first talking on like Instagram. Like Snapchat was like kind of maybe like a few weeks into it a little bit.
Yeah.
But on Instagram, I was talking to other guys, but like they were just like fucking so boring. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, attractive guys. Like obviously I wouldn't be talking to them if they weren't attractive, but they were so fucking like plain and like vanilla and boring. And like at first, it was like too weird to me. I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Like he's so strange. Like the kid is so strange, but something about you was like intriguing me. Like it was like you were strange but like charming, so I couldn't like necessarily like not talk to you, you know what I mean? So yeah, at that point I was like, okay, like, you know, we got to know each other a little bit, and then I was like, yeah, you can have my Snapchat. And then you started replying to me like fucking 2 or 3 times a day, and I was like, hey, you know, like if you want to talk to me, you gotta fucking talk to me. I don't do this whole like replying 2 or 3 times a day type of shit, you know what I mean? Like I like attention, and like if you want to like talk to me, then you got to do that. And you're like, all right, so what's your phone number? You know, like what's up?
Yeah.
And I gave you my phone number, and then like we were, you know, pretty much literally talked like every day since then, like nonstop. But yeah, I was like, dude, he's on thin ice right now. Like I don't, you know.
Well, can I speak my justice here?
Yes,
you know,
go ahead.
I'm not much of a Snapchat guy. You know, if I was hanging with my friends or something like that, I would look at my phone, like see a Snapchat notification, and just forget that it was there. Or maybe I was just not really caring that Snapchat was. I don't know. I never was on Snapchat, but you can agree. As soon as you gave me your number, that was it. Like,
I think it's because you realize, oh fuck, she's not like messing around. Like I gotta kind of put in work. I gotta put in work with this one.
Yeah, that could also be that's yeah. But at the same time, I was like, yeah, I think this is like finally like coming together. And then after 2 weeks of just messaging like nonstop, I remember I had work like at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I remember falling asleep at like 5 o'clock in the morning, just talking to Dzenita like nonstop. And basically after, I'd say like 3 weeks, I basically fell in love with Dzenita. Like it was the easiest, if not like the best feeling ever. But I'd never even met her. I never even seen like pictures of her where it was like provocative, or it was just us talking. You know, it wasn't like, oh, her sending me like sexy pics. Oh my god. Like it was just me conversating with Dzenita, talking about things like stuff I've done in life, and then her accepting me for it, and kind of just being me, and her accepting me for who I am. You know, that was, in other words, just the best feeling. And I never had that, like ever. Like even the amount of girls I've dated in the past, never had that feeling. Like, it was probably the best feeling. Like, there's a lot of things, like, I've done in the past where, you know, it could have been doing stand-up for the first time, you know, and getting over that anxiety hump. And as soon as you're done with, like, your 5 minutes, you get off stage, it is the most wonderful feeling.
Yeah.
Like, it genuinely feels like you had the biggest load. Like, I swear to God, it literally feels like the biggest load. But that feeling, just falling in love slowly, probably was the best feeling I ever had in my life.
Yeah.
100%. And that was in a span of like a month and a half from going from Instagram talking just flirtatiously.
Yeah.
And to becoming like a serious thing. And then, I don't know, it just took off from there. And fucking, when you look back at it, that shit's like it almost feels like a millennial like ago. Like, it feels so fucking like far away. And time flies, man.
Yeah.
Time flies.
I remember that, and it was like having to tell your friends that like you're in love with someone that you've never met. Like at the time, like obviously long distance gets more normal as the days go on. But like when we were like talking, you know, and I like told my best friend for the first time, like I literally am like in love with him. She was like, "Oh, I'm happy for you," but I can tell on her face, she was like, "Dude, slow down. You haven't even fucking met the kid yet." You know what I mean? And the thing is that like she knows, Sienna, hi if you're listening. She knows that like I don't jump to stuff like that very quick. Like I'm very hard to get to know and like cold-hearted, as my mother would call me. So it's like for me to say that about someone that I haven't even met yet, that I haven't built up like trust with yet, was like a fucking astounding for like anyone around me, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was kind of a interesting experience, I guess. But yeah, it was very interesting, like how we got to know each other and all that. And then within like 2 months, like he flew down here and, you know, like we met and it was great. So yeah.
The thing is, I came down for like 5 fucking days.
The worst fucking thing ever.
I didn't think 5 days were gonna fly by that quick. I'm like, oh, it's my, what was it, like my No, it was my
Winter
Christmas break.
Yeah.
It was my Christmas break, like from the 25th to like something, and then I had school like 6 days after or something. I could have stayed for like a week and a half.
But we did that. I think we both kind of knew that was like a precaution. Like, okay, if you know, if it's weird, if she's not the same in person, or if he's not the same in person, it's only 5 days. It's not too long. Like, and we can put up with each other. And like on the 4th night, you know, like you were gonna leave the 5th day or the 6th day in the morning or something like that. We were like, dude, what the fuck? Like, this is absolutely terrible. You know what I mean? Like, we love each other even more after meeting, and like for him to have to leave after 5 days was like, dude, fucking gut wrenching. So, but should we move on to the other question? I feel like we're going.
Yeah,
on
there's
tangents.
like a lot of questions here left. These are all. I mean, these are like girly questions. You know what I mean? We should.
Yeah, we'll pump through them.
All
we'll go through them fast.
We're at the 33rd minute mark. Okay. All right.
All right.
Okay. So, who wears the pants in a relationship?
Realistically, I do. I think.
How?
Just kidding.
Like,
no, we're
why
equal.
Why is that even a thing?
That's not. I mean, like, we're equals. Like, I don't know. I don't even like when someone asks me that. I'm like, I don't even know what to fucking say. Like,
what does that mean?
I think who's like probably the bossiest kind of. Well, it's like obviously me. Like obviously I'm like, Edo, do this. Edo, can you do that for me, please? You know what I mean? But in other ways, like he is more like dominant over me. It's like not really like a.
It's an illusion. All right. This is what all great governments have done in the past. They let their citizens believe that they have the power, that they have all of the power. But really, it's at the end of the day, it's always going to be the government, you know?
Are you the government?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's slow down a little bit. We're equals. Anyways, next
equals.
Question.
Yeah, we're equals, man. I never understand when people say, "Oh, who wears the pants in a relationship?" What does that mean? Does that mean like I'm bossing you the fuck around all the time.
No. If
No,
anything,
I
I'm
don't-
bossing you the fuck around all the time.
You're just telling me to do stuff that'll better me. Like, it's like, Edo, just pick up your fucking pants. Edo, like, go wash your fucking face. Go do this, like, to better myself. It's never like, go do this. You need to do that. And I'm like, it's never that kind of, like, a thing. Usually, it's equal where I'm like, Dzenita, don't fucking do that. Like, that's bad for you. Like, it's us telling each other what to do for our betterment.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's never like, oh yeah, see, I came back from the job now. See, I came back from the coal mines now. Go make me some fucking dinner now. See.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I mean, I think it's equal. You know, we both wear some fucking big pants.
Fucking fat ass. Anyways, next question.
Sienna asked, how did you guys meet? It's already asked, or already answered, and asked. Favorite trait about each other?
You're gonna have to go first. I have to think. Just
what
for
the
a second.
fuck?
I have so many favorite ones. Are you kidding me? I can't like just fucking off the top of my head. Like I gotta really think about my most favorite one.
All right, my favorite trait.
Well, are we
fucking ass?
Okay,
baby.
are we talking personality or like looks wise?
We could do personality and looks. Well,
Okay.
Looks definitely have to be your eyes. I love looking at your eyes. Just a really, really good color. And I remember the first time I met you and we were laying on your bed. This was like when you're in your old room when you had red painted walls. By the way,
Fucking Christ.
and I would just stare into your eyes. I loved it. It was like yellow and you have some brown spots as well. You know, your eyes aren't fully brown. There's a little yellow in there, so you're not really full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty full of shit though.
But make sure you're talking on that mic, by the way. Don't look and talk, you know?
I'm sorry.
I wear the pants in this place.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, I'll say my favorite, like, I guess, you know. Look. I don't know. I'm gonna have to say, like, obviously you have a wonderful face. Like, your eyes are beautiful. Love your mustache. It's literally, whenever he shaves his mustache, I genuinely do not look at him the same. Like, I have always known him with the mustache, so when he shaves it, I'm like, who the fuck is this person? Like,
babe, so what is your favorite?
Oh, sorry. Okay, I would definitely have to say, like, your body. Like, your height, your body, like, your statuesque...
Stature?
Your stature.
My statue?
Your statue. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to say, like, your, you know...
My cock!
Nice cock! I would definitely have to say your body and, like, I don't know. I just like a bigger guy, someone who's, like, kind of equivalent to me, you know? So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I did your eyes. Your personality definitely has to be how goofy you are. You can be goofy as fuck sometimes, and you can be serious as well, and there's serious grumpy Dzenita, but then there's, like, goofy just fucking weird Dzenita, and I love that about your personality.
Yeah, lower your voice. No one needs to know.
Dzenita's really okay. And you? Me?
I would have to say like the same thing, but it's also like super equal to how like caring you are of a person. Like you are like literally the purest person I know, and I don't mean that in like, oh, you're a goody good. Like you genuinely have like the purest intentions of anyone I've ever met. Like you're just, I don't know, like you never like speak really ill about anyone, and if you do, it's like the honest fucking truth. You know what I mean? If like someone fucks you over or like does something to you, steals something from you, you're like, fuck that person. You know what I mean? But like I feel like it's never like any hard feelings. Like you don't hold grudges. Like you don't necessarily go out of your way to hurt anyone. So I would just say really caring. But you're also funny as fuck. But I feel like people tell you that too much, so I don't really want to like say that.
I respect that. Okay, thank you. And we have one more for this is your girlfriends. Okay.
Okay.
If your boyfriend / girlfriend was an animal, what would they be?
That's definitely Sienna's question.
Yeah. The last 4 are hers. So
I don't know. You'd be like a cute little brown bear, I think. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I don't...
A cute little brown bear.
Yeah, just, I don't know. Like, not super scary, like, a soft and, like, a sweet side, but then you're also, you could be kind of a little dangerous.
Okay. You know what you would be?
What?
A mama panda bear. Because, you know, mama panda bears are so cute and they take care of their little babies so well. You ever see the sneezing panda video?
Yeah. It's cute as fuck.
And it's like the mom, and the mom's like, you know, that's you. And
Thanks.
you're like, you know, because you're very sweet and you're very, you know, you look very cuddly. But sometimes you can be very feisty. They're still bears. In other words, they're just Chinese bears. They're black and white. And they're unique. All right, there's not that many of them left. They're endangered. So...
Glad to know you brushed up on your zoology facts before we got in here.
Yeah, dude. So, yeah, you remind me of a panda bear.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
I guess. I've been called a peacock before, so I guess that's like
Why?
better. I don't know.
You work for NBC or CBS or NBC, whatever the fuck it is?
What?
You work for NBC?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going on to the next questions. This is
Are these from the boys?
From the boys.
We said it at the same time.
From the boys. Okay, from the boys. All right. So let's see. Well, this is a long list, guys. So the first question is by Farouk. How's Washington? And maybe that's to me. We can both answer.
Dude, Farouk fucking hates me, so I doubt it's for me. It's definitely for you. Dude, something about him. If you watch this, Farouk, I know you hate me and it's alright. I'll get to you at some point. I win everyone over, so.
Farouk's like my best buddy.
I know.
I haven't seen him since I left, but he was basically like my best friend since I was like 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah.
And yeah, how's Washington? Kind of sucks because my friends aren't here, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just miss hanging out with my buddies. I miss fucking around, and you know, it sucks when you move to a whole different place, but it's you gotta look for your future, man. Like, what the hell is what's going on in your future, essentially? But
well, I mean, you're gonna go back and visit soon.
Of course,
you can fucking.
Hey, man. You know, as we get older, things always change.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that I had to accept, and it wasn't. To be honest, it wasn't hard moving at all. Like, it really wasn't. Like, it was kind of just like, well, this is one stage of my life. Let's begin this new one, you know? And the family and friends, that's still there. It's just, what's the word? It's complacent now. Like, it's just not there for me now.
Yeah.
It's there, but not, you know, really here, essentially. And technology helps me. You know, if it was like fucking 1960s, 1970s, it'd be a lot harder. I'd have to fucking write by mail. You know what I mean? But
carrier pigeon.
Fucking carrier pigeon. So, like, you know, it's hard. It really is. Finding a job as well, it's kind of getting hard, but I've been getting shit ton of interviews, been getting a lot of, you know, looks at my resume and getting a lot of, like, emails back. So, it's good news, you know? I looked up on Google how long it takes a college graduate to get a job, and it's between 3 to 6 months. Average. It's average, you know what I mean? So even if I don't get something in, like, my degree, coal mines it is.
There you go, babe.
Dock worker, baby.
There you go.
You know, either way, how's Washington? Dude, so far so good, man. I really can't complain. Life's good. You know, life's really good. So, yeah. We gotta spit these out. We're on the 40.
You're the one rambling over
here,
man.
I know. 45, almost up to 45 minutes here, so we should keep this under an hour, you know what I mean? All right.
Next question.
Next question. Thank you, Farouk, for the question there, buddy. This is from Cesar, my boy Cesar.
Okay, what's up, Cesar?
Big Cess, that's his name.
Big Cess, all right, gotcha.
He was a bigger kid and he lost a lot of weight, so, like, he's a fucking OG. I know what he's been through, okay?
Okay.
Is the world spherical?
Like, is it round?
Yeah, like, is it a
Or is he asking me if it's, like, flat or not?
Yeah, do you think it's, like,
yes.
You think it's round?
Yes.
You don't think the world's flat?
Absolutely not.
You don't have an inkling that maybe it could be flat?
No, not at all, not one.
Not even
inkling,
a little bit?
no.
Have you ever been to Antarctica?
What does that mean? What?
People say Antarctica, there's a huge ice wall. Like, Antarctica isn't, like, a continent.
What does that have to do with the world being spherical?
I'm just saying, we're not allowed to go to Antarctica.
There's a ton of people that go to Antarctica.
Who?
Dude, there's so... Researchers, scientists, people pay really good money to go on cruises to Antarctica.
Yeah, but they're only taken to the parts that they're allowed to go to.
Yeah. But probably because of, like, animal endangerment, too. Like,
there's this global law that stated that no country is allowed to travel until only under certain circumstances, like anecdotal circumstances. No country is allowed to have travel to Antarctica, and that was something that every country agreed on.
Dude, that's because they know humans fucking ruin everything. Either way, I don't fucking know, Edvin, but my point is that there are so many like reasons why I think like
I'm just throwing conspiracies at you.
I know you fucking are a conspiracy theorist, but it's 100% spherical. And like there's so much science and data to prove it, and like, you know, Tropic of Cancer, the equator, like how all of that works, how the seasons, you know what I mean? How it's cold one place, hot the other place, the tilt of like the fucking earth, like it's just all comes into play, man.
My girlfriend's smart.
It's just I hope everyone fucking knows this to be honest.
This is the one thing that like probably this is the, you know, flat earth killer for me. I was debating this kid, this was one of my buddy, it was his friend. And he's a huge flat earther. And I was like, dude, how? Like, he's like, do you know all the pictures in NASA that they post for CGI and all that? And I'm just like, well, they tell you that, like in their pictures, like this is all like computer generated, but to make it look like scaled, like perfect, like anything should be on a website, you know? And I told him, like, then why do planes fly at certain angles to get to their destinations quicker? And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, like if you're flying from, let's say from Germany to Washington, D.C., like you have to fly at an angle, because as the earth is spinning, if you were to fly just a little bit upwards, but to the left, you're cutting time by like 2 hours just by doing that.
It's not
and then you go back down, like you fly at an angle because you're going around the circumference of the earth. Like you're trying to cut the circumference of the earth essentially.
Yeah.
As it's spinning, you're trying to go up and then you go back down. That's like putting like folding paper. Like, you know how you fold paper into ripples? Yeah. And you go like this and it closes together. If you were to fucking fly just in a straight line, you first off wouldn't even be getting to your your destination in like a straight path. You would be flying at like a weird underbelly like direction. You know, that's like a huge like flat earth killer, because planes have to fly at an angle because of the circumference.
Dude, simple as this. How the fuck do people from California go to like South Korea? They're not gonna go all the way fucking across Europe and like all of that. They're literally gonna go the opposite way. Yeah. Like how?
Either way.
Put that together. Either way.
Fuck way.
Flat earthers. Yeah. Thanks.
The flat Earth, it's out of the equation. Okay, so we're basically coming to the 50-minute mark here. Okay. All right.
Just pick one or two last questions.
Let's see here. Someone said, if you dig a 6-foot hole, how deep is it?
6 feet.
If you dig 6 feet, how deep is it?
6 feet? I don't know. Is that a trick question?
See, I don't know the answer to that either.
You're just like, okay, but rethink it. Like, that's how you're like making it. Wait, rethink this really quick. If you don't fucking know. Next question.
Next question. Somebody said, where y'all meet? Obviously.
Instagram.
How many chickens do you have? And do you have any other pets? Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
that. That was from my boy Migs89.
Thanks.
He's an avid fan, so thank you, buddy. If you're listening or watching this, thank you, buddy.
I have currently 5 chickens. We used to have 6. There's a law in Washington to like, I think like 4, to be honest. Like, I think you can only have a certain amount.
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but we don't give a fuck. We used to have more. One of them died from like an illness. So yeah, we have like 5 or 6 chickens. I honestly don't remember. They're like, they all look the fucking same, so I can never keep track of them. We have a dog, and then a kitty, a cat, full-grown cat, pretty much. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we have Edvin, the wildebeest, and then, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, and let's get a few more in here before we're done here, lady. All right, is time real?
Dude, who fucking knows?
That was from Jack, and he's from England, by the way.
Oh,
Got
that's cool
fans,
as
fans
fuck.
in England.
I like British rap, so I hope that means something. But also Love Island UK, by far the best. Anyways, time, I don't know, dude. Like, when you think about that shit, it's like it's kind of like mind-boggling. Like, I feel like sometimes time just isn't real. You know what I mean? But then again, and like the big picture, I feel like time isn't real. But then, like, you know, when you're like fucking like rushing throughout the day trying to get to shit, it's like, oh, I have to be here at this time, I have to be here at that time, I have to do this by then. You know what I mean? Like deadlines. I feel like our like fast-paced working world, like time is 100% a thing. But like for people that just like, you know, are living somewhere in like the fucking Norwegian like mountains, time just like isn't real to them. Like they just go every day, don't look at the fucking clock. Like they just, you know, it depends on what kind of life you live. I think personally, like
I genuinely think time is something
it's a construct. Like I just
it's something we made to be able to like measure like things and to keep things more organized. Like you can't just live your day or like, oh, the fucking sun sets like usually like after I'm done cutting down 4 trees.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like after about 4 trees, usually the sun's like just about done for the day.
Yeah.
Retarded. I mean, that's just stupid as shit. So people are like, we have to figure out how to measure this. Because then, this is the difference. Like, time on Earth is also different from time on Mars or time on, like, Jupiter. You're like, oh, a year on Mars is like 3 years here or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we use time to, like, measure. But realistically, time is just continuous. It goes on forever. If people are saying that the universe is infinitely just expanding,
Yeah.
then it's just going on forever. So time is something we created. Infinite is just, if it's going on forever, at that point, it's not real.
Yeah.
It's gonna just keep on going forever and ever and ever and just not really change.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, so that's real shit, boy. I mean, I think time is something we made, which is real. It's something we made and it's real. But I believe it's definitely not something that's like, if aliens came down, they're like, meow, 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 like, it is 5 o'clock at night. Like, you know what I mean? They don't give a fuck. They're like, I feel like they have just better, you know, just fucking shit. But any other questions for my boys? Ain't looking like it. So
Okay.
that is the end. Do you have anything to say? You know, like, did you have fun at least?
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. This is great. I feel like this is like a little bit, you know, kind of girly for your follower base, but you know, I hope they welcome you with open arms. I don't know.
I don't think it's girly. I just think that.
Well,
like,
I mean, it's a lot of like relationship shit, and like you're a very like comedic, like meme person, like
yeah.
dark humor. So it's all right. I know how the genres go. You know what I mean? But hopefully
That is my demographic, but at the same time, I'm just like everybody else, you know. It's a little bit of insight.
That's true, yeah. That's
Just
true.
a little bit of insight for me and you, and all that good kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah. So say goodbye, you know.
Goodbye.
You know,
Goodbye,
say
everyone.
toodles, say assalamu alaikum, anything you want.
All right. Well, assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. You know. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't know what the fuck to say.
All right. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Look at all this eczema I got on my skin. It's pretty lit. All right. Toodles.
Stay gay.
Thank you guys again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked just a little bit of insight with me and my lady and how we met and stuff like that. But yeah, this is also a beat by ELWOA. He created this beat. He professionally produced this fucking beat. So check him out on Instagram at ELWOA. And if you like how this sounds, I'm sure you'll like his other shit, all right? I'll see you later. Bye-bye.